Hey, what's up guys, Weekly Light here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another side mission in Pit People. So today's side mission is Gray Matters, and it's actually 5 skulls in difficulty. Yay! Something that's like really difficult. So it says, take the Sun Sword and defeat Madame Megabat once and for all. So to start the mission, you rendezvous with Mr. Whispers, and he talks to you about his like construction company or something weird, something he mentioned in the last mission. But basically, the heroes find out that they can just be shipped into her house instead of having to use like a magic mirror to get in. So poor magic mirrors are like, they don't get to do their job. You just ship them in. So it'll just pan over to the house and you'll be inside, ready to fight Madame Megabat for the final time. The next fight was actually pretty difficult. I think I lost the first time and I had to come back and try again. But it did give me the insight that I do need to bring the Sun Sword to take her out. Sadly, the time I did come back and actually beat the mission, I didn't bring the right sword. I brought like a fire sword, not the Sun Sword, but like a sword that sort of looked like the Sun Sword. And I got a little confused and brought the wrong sword. But yep, basically you just hop out of the boxes, and the objective for this mission is a little unclear. I found that regardless of what you do, it's basically just survive for like 10 turns, or maybe not 10 turns, maybe like 8 turns or something. Just survive until all the like little trolls become hair trolls, and the hair trolls become a troll mom, and then like a couple more turns for it to finally break the glass. So it's basically just bunker down and hide for 10 turns, and then just kill the abomination that spawns. So it's a pretty simple mission. Initially there were 2 humans in the bottom right corner, but I guess since I failed so many times, I failed once and then I quit the second time because I needed to grab the Sun Sword, and then this is my 3rd attempt, I think. But basically there's no humans in the bottom right corner to stop me there. So I think it might be like either I got real lucky, or they toned down the difficulty because I had apparently failed it twice. My plan here was, since I realized that after failing the first time that you don't actually have to kill the brain guys in the middle, you can just ignore the brain guys in the middle, in all honesty. I decided to focus that pile on the bottom left just because it was close to me and just because it was an enemy spawn. So thought might as well take out the pile while I'm waiting, just so I don't get overwhelmed. I brought 2 pixies, a mushroom, and a rainbow horse because all of those are pretty good against the troll mom that will spawn in the end. The mushroom not so much, but it's okay. The mushroom gets taken out real early on. I'm not sure if you can actually recruit the thing that spawns the abomination. I forgot what it's called, like Grendel XLR or something. Some like sports car mixed with some Beowulf. But basically, I think if I had brought the correct sword, I could have probably taken out Madame Megabat, and then it would have allowed me to recruit Grendel. But instead, I brought the wrong sword, and Madame Megabat couldn't be killed by it. So I killed Grendel instead, and I was able to get Madame Megabat instead of Grendel. So just a heads up, if you want to try for Grendel, I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not, but bring the Sun Sword. It's not the sword I'm using. I thought this was the Sun Sword, but the Sun Sword is actually much bigger, and it does explosive damage, and it's amazing. I love the Sun Sword. It's a great weapon. I just brought the wrong sword. I just brought some like standard fire sword. But once again, the fire sword was good against Grendel, so I was able to burn Grendel down really quickly with fire weapons. So tips for the fight: ignore the guys in the middle, ignore Madame Megabat, because Madame Megabat will continuously respawn unless, I guess, you bring the Sun Sword, I don't know. And just take out the spawn piles while you wait for Grendel to emerge. Once Grendel pops out, it's really a race against the clock just to kill Grendel before you die. So easy-ish mission. It took me 3 tries, or I guess 2.5. I call it 2.5 tries because I just quit out the second time because I forgot the Sun Sword once again, and then I forgot it the 3rd time anyway. But stupid Sun Sword looking the same as the other fire sword. Yeah, definitely I say this is probably not as hard as 5 skulls in difficulty, But yeah, this in permadeath would be real interesting, or this in insane mode. Still haven't gotten the insane mode in the pit completion achievement yet. I was trying for that the other day, and I just couldn't do it. So if you have any ways of doing that, leave it in the comments. I really want that achievement, but it's just so difficult. I've gotten like halfway through the third wave at the best, but up right there you see, yep, that's when I realized that I had messed up, and I had brought the wrong sword. And then, so throughout the fight, Madame Megabat will be talking about Grendel, and how it's like, sort of like describing it like a sports car, even though it's like some sort of abomination. I thought it was really creative how they put like just the troops inside that vat, and they're sort of just floating there. It's like a low effort solution that works amazingly. So I say props to them for just having that vat, and the vat's the exact same size as the enemy that spawns in, so that covers the problem of overlapping entities. Overall, I wish this room had a little more cover, but there's plenty of cover, so, or like, it is a fair amount. Like, you can hide behind the tables and the vats, but there's no like really good areas to bunker down and hide for 10 turns, which I guess is the desired effect. Because if you could just hide for 10 turns, it'd make it too easy just to skip right to the Grendel fight. But yeah, bring the Sun Sword is all the tips I really have for you. If you want to like recruit Grendel. The zombies, if you take out the zombies holding the brains, they will respawn the next turn. I guess this would be a decent place to go for the Quadra-Kill medal, as the 4 zombies will actually not move, and they won't even attack you, so you could simultaneously take them down for the Quadra-Kill medal. However, I still believe that the side mission Freshen the Radicals is still the best place to get that Quadra-Kill medal. The mushroom here, I thought the mushroom would be really valuable because of how tanky it is, but it goes down too quickly, and it's just dead before you know it. Also, another problem was, oh god, my brain was really slipping that day, I guess, is I left my cupcake down below, and I kept forgetting to move it, because it was like hidden behind that table there. So my cupcake did like no healing this fight. I forgot the Sun Sword to start off. And yeah, overall this is not a good fight, I guess, for me, but it still worked out in the end because I happened to bring 2 pixies, and 2 pixies just tear apart troll moms. So good thing for balance, bad thing for my memory skills, just absolutely horrible. So you see the top pile, I didn't even bother with the top pile because it's a little far, but they'll keep spawning pretty often from those piles if you don't do anything about them. And the re-people, so many re-people. So Madame Megabat will like have the symbol swirling around her and respawn that zombie. To me, the symbols sort of remind me of those guys from Mario, like the Kamex or whatever, the weird wizard guys who with their shapes. But basically, yep, you'll see E equals MC squares and whatnots flying around the room. And then that's when I realized that I had messed up and my cupcake was still trapped behind that desk. I'm probably just gonna keep rambling on for the rest of the fight, considering I've been gone for 8.5 minutes. Oh god. Yeah, so basically there's Grendel about to break out of the glass. And I still have 3 fire damage dealing units and 1 rainbow horse. I can all deal with Grendel no problem, so at this point it's just a waiting game. I'm trying to take out that guy up top with the bombs. He seems to be like the most annoying. Because there was that archer earlier, but the archer's dead now. But the bomb guy, he's the new priority target. So yep, there's the check mark for survive, so that's like about 10 turns, I guess. And then Madame Megabat talks a little bit about how like, oh, this is like the next great thing, and then people are like, no, you know, don't really want them. So I guess that's like a commentary on like consumerism, something. So basically now I just take out Grendel, and it's, yeah, you just burn Grendel down, and I'll stop talking for now. I'll be back later in the video. So once you take out Grendel, then Madame Megabat will go, no, no, right? And then, so sad, right? And then Madame Megabat will just be like, look what you've done, you know, blah, 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 science, science, science. And then Horatio just talks about blueberries and apples and, like, bad logic. And then Blappleberries, whatever Blappleberries are. But, yep, and then Madame Megabat has a change of heart and realizes that her creations actually don't enjoy being, like, poorly made abominations of spliced together zombies and people and re-people, or, like, rip-off zombies. I guess they're not even zombies, they're, like, reanimated zombies, I guess. Oh, God. Anyway, so then Megabat decides to join you. And then you have the option to either A, let her join you, or B, not let her join you. But, like, I mean, who wouldn't want her to join? Because you get the cosmetic options, right? So, who doesn't want a giant vat on the back of Vampire? So, definitely, I'd recommend you take the offer, allow her to join, and then, yay, you complete the quest. And then you can leave or not, whatnot. So if you get Madame Megabat, you can't get Grendel, obviously, right? I don't think you can get Grendel. If you bring the Sun Sword, though, you might be able to take out Madame Megabat and then get Grendel. So take your pick. I think I'd rather have the Vampire Cosmetics, though, because I don't think the hair for Grendel's anything special. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for more Pit People content.